Hello, Internet. Welcome to episode 31 of the Braindrizzle podcast. If I sound a bit stuffy, it's because I am, but I'm feeling much better than last week, so no more missing the podcast and whatnot.
Yeah, man. Everybody's like, where is he? Oh, we can't live without a podcast.
So now you got us, and not only is it hostful, but we don't even have a guest co-host. It's pure, uncut us.
Yep.
It's gonna be pretty great.
Yes, us too. Long and uncut.
Well, one of those are right.
Yeah. No, for real. Let's keep it under 30 minutes. I got things to do.
Well, you can dream.
Damn it. I don't want to do work. Well, I do, but... Okay, go ahead.
So, my first story, let's get very serious for a moment. Um, it's from Pfizer. It's basically like a Pfizer opinion piece, and it's very interesting, sort of relating the anti-GM food movement to the anti-vaccination movement.
There's totally a correlation. Like, I just guess that instinctively. It's just like, okay, so these people definitely go to the same parties. All right.
But it's really just, it sort of goes through, like, all the facts and, like, draws the parallels directly. So I think it's a good read and a good thing to, like, a good thing to send people who may not be totally on the side of science.
Yes.
Because it's not very long and it's not very scientific, so it's pretty easy to understand.
Yep, you don't have to have all that back knowledge, and it's great for lazy thinkers. Sorry, sorry guys. Nothing but love. But god damn it.
Yeah. But it also gives me an excuse to bring up the documentary.
Oh.
So, a few changes of plans, some good news, some bad news.
Alright.
Good news, hopefully we'll have an interview or two lined up in the next few weeks.
Excellent.
Bad news, none of them will be the Golden Rice people.
So, basically, that fell off the back burner then.
Well, no, I emailed them. They actually don't want to at this time because of all the bullshit going on.
Okay, got it.
So now I'm even more pissed off at Greenpeace.
Yeah, damn it.
Like, god damn it, it's named Golden Rice. God damn it.
The hell, man. The fuck, Greenpeace. You guys used to be cool.
Were they ever cool, or were they always kind of assholes?
Like, oh, they're always kind of assholes, but in the 80s, they didn't do quasi-terrorism in the name of bullshit.
But now they're like full on asshole.
Yeah.
Seriously. They went full asshole.
They went full asshole. And about made-up problems. When there are plenty of real problems. God damn it.
So, good news, I'm hoping we'll get a few more, but I have an idea. One, I want to change the name.
Oh, yeah?
To GM OK.
GM okay for the podcast?
No, for the documentary.
Oh, we're still talking about that. Right.
Keep up, Jeff. Come on.
What? I'm tired.
And not as part of the podcast, because the plan was we interview some scientists, upload them as podcasts, and then chop that up into the documentary. So, for some documentary exclusive content, I want to interview some scientists who are doing GM crop research from Africa.
Ooh, that would be good. That would be pretty cool.
Because I have seen some very interesting stuff at the African Journal of Biotechnology.
Oh, yeah. It's like having a lot of them recorded makes it so that there's no way that people can accuse us of misquoting or quote mining.
Mm-hmm.
So, suck it.
But it just seems like it was just I stumbled upon the African Journal of Biotechnology because I was looking for open access journals, and
Mm.
they're one of them. And they had like like a few times a month, they have like GM crop related research, and I'm like, this is awesome.
Sweet. Very good. Very good.
That's
Awesome.
it.
I've never read this. I've never read this journal, so I can only get so enthusiastic. But it sounds pretty sweet.
Well, like I said, maybe I'll even link it in the description if I remember, because it is totally open access.
Ooh, that's
But it's
that.
like it's like a legit scientific journal, so it's not an easy read.
I like free. I do like
Mhm.
free things.
Oh, everyone does. So that reads like beautifully into my next story, and this is just for fun. We're gonna spend like 5 seconds on it. But apparently, there's a company, and I think it's in the UK, selling TomTatoes,
What?
which are. Are you ready for this?
All right.
They're not genetically engineered, unfortunately, but they are
Damn.
tomato plants grafted onto potato plants.
What has hell wrought?
So the roots are potatoes, and then it grows tomatoes.
Oh. I know about that. They do that with fruit trees. Like they'll stick orange trees onto some apple roots, or is it the other way around? Anyway, one of them has a bitchin' root system, more bitchin' than the other, so they do that.
So it's basically like this. And so now in home garden, you can get like something that will eventually produce tomatoes and potatoes in one plant.
Blowing my mind, man.
It's I don't even think you're ready for this next story. Again, we're done. Tomatoes are out. Tomatoes, God, that's hard to say, are out.
Yeah, man. If I were to actually see that, man, that straight up sounds like something that I would see in a dream right there. That doesn't even sound like it's supposed to be real, but I understand that it is.
And just with plants, you can just do that.
Yeah, I know, man. Man, animals suck.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But do you know what makes them suck less?
What?
So again, we've been off for a little while, so some of this news isn't the freshest.
Yeah. Oh well.
But some researchers found, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
A mechanical gear in an insect.
I think I saw some pictures about that, but I had no clue what I was looking at, so I decided it didn't apply to me. I just moved on. Nothing to see there.
It's the non-adult form of a European garden insect called an Isis, ISSUS,
Okay.
and they have literal mechanical gears interlocking their hind legs.
Dude. The fuck?
And it's to ensure perfect synchronization when they jump.
God damn it, evolution.
I know it's super crazy.
Yeah, seriously. This shit is batty as hell. I mean, okay, shit like this makes me almost understand why some creationists think evolution is fake.
It's pretty wacky. I know it literally just looks like a gear made out of like chitin. It's
So
literally just a circle with teeth and the interlock. That's it.
so you could potentially make a living watch with this.
That's my plan, I think.
And would it actually do anything super villainy, or would it just be bling?
Probably just bling. Basically, the idea is that a nerve impulse is too slow to ensure synchronization,
Oh,
and their jump is so powerful that if one leg is off, they like spin.
that
Basically,
sounds awesome.
basically, they should apply relatively similar force, and then as soon as one leg starts moving, the gear catches and the other leg moves automatically.
It's like pedaling with one foot.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, in one way it's just like, wow, that's hella cool. In another way it's like that gear is taking away the fun because they can't be like, wee, spin, 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 blah, too much spinning.
But it's
Throwing
weird
up.
that they lose the gear in their final adult stage. I
Hmm.
don't know why, but it like people never thought they'd be able to find like a gear in nature.
Well, no, really, who would think that? Well, steampunks. Huh. Maybe. I don't
Even
know.
then,
I didn't even. I didn't even.
it's fucking weird.
Yeah, it is fucking weird, man. And if one of those landed on me, I'd just be like, "What the? Ah? Huh?
Well, I think they're pretty tiny. I don't even know if you could like notice the gear, but like it doesn't seem like it's internal. It's like on their hind legs.
It's fucking visible.
I think so.
What the hell? What the actual hell?
It's hard to tell from the image in the article because it's just like a zoom in on the fucking gear teeth.
Yeah, but nature. Okay, evolution, go home. You're drunk.
I want say Frank to do like true facts about this bug.
Dude, that would.
True, true facts about the ISIS.
That actually would be pretty far out.
Mm,
Be, I'd watch it.
definitely. And to round out my biology themed stories, because it's me.
Mm-hmm.
I do
Yes.
biology. I do biology. You do psychology. That's pretty much the pattern.
Yep.
The only time we have physics is when John guests.
Mm-hmm. Because he does physics.
Mm-hmm.
And I just look for the weirdest shit I can find. That's all I do.
Yeah, I think I may have this week for weird shit.
You may have beat me, but I do have some pretty weird shit too, so it's a good
Okay,
episode.
so I'll go through this quickly. So there's a model organism. It's an amoeba.
What?
Short name is Addicty, Dicty. So some researchers
Because I was
were
looking for
looking
legs.
at a wild type of the amoeba.
Hey, you need to start that over because Gwen came in to ask me something, and my
Okay,
earbuds were off. Sorry.
from when?
Just actually at the very beginning. Like I think I heard the first sentence, but it'd just go better if you went from the top.
Okay. So my last story is about this model organism. It's an amoeba called the Dicty. So
Hmm.
anyway, some researchers were looking at a wild type of it. And guess what these amoeba do?
What?
They fucking farm.
Q Dragon. I think you've had enough. We're cutting you off.
No, I'm serious. They found that a certain uh, population of the amoeba like gather bacteria and farm them.
The words coming out of my mouth just aren't making any sense, man.
Oh, it gets better. It gets better. One, they don't eat all of the bacteria, so they have a seed crop. They can store the bacteria within themselves and then start growing it again in new locations.
The fuck?
And they store bacteria they can't eat because they produce toxins to repel non-farming amoeba.
Okay, you know
Are
what?
you hearing me?
Okay, I think this is why people have religion because otherwise you have to put up with this shit. God damn it. I don't want to know about atoms anymore. I don't want to know about bacteria anymore. Just it's freaking me out. These things are getting too smart, and one day they're going to strike.
For a second there, I thought I'd killed you.
Nope.
When did I drop?
Say what?
When did I drop?
Oh, let's see. God, I'm trying to remember what you said before the thing I said. Damn it. My, God, my brain is fucking fried. Let's see.
Did I tell you about the toxic ones?
Yeah, you did.
So I'll just repeat that last bit about the toxic bacteria.
Okay.
Alright. So the craziest part is that since some of the amoeba don't farm, the farming amoeba also store within themselves bacteria species that they don't eat, but those bacteria produce toxins to keep away non-farming amoeba. So they farm and defend their crops.
I I'm getting real tired of your shit, man.
I'm serious. It's the craziest shit.
Okay.
Are you a little terrified right now?
I'm just really fucking bemused. Like, first ants are farming, then it just, you know, we're really not that advanced, are we?
Nope. And fucking bugs got gears. There's nothing left.
There is, oh, the written word.
Oh, well, I'm sure some fucking fungus somewhere has figured that out.
And that's the day it all ends. It's over, man. It's over.
I thought that was crazy. And not only do they like store seed bacteria and then farm in other places where there's less food,
Hmm.
but they store like chemical weapons in themselves and like attack other amoeba.
Yeah. So, like, I'm sorry, but is I'm sorry, but is there some magical elf out there who is playing The Sims, like Sim Civilization Amoeba Edition?
I don't know, but I would play that game hardcore. That
You
sounds
would.
amazing. I would.
I liked The Sims.
I'm sorry, these amoeba are just fucking crazy.
Yeah, they are.
I want some in my life.
No, you don't.
I think I do. They sound kind of awesome.
So you're gonna have a farming amoeba farm?
Yes,
The fuck?
it's gonna be super duper meta.
Alright, enough of your shit.
I'm gonna fucking train ants to farm the amoeba, and then I'm gonna farm the ants.
That's like Inception.
It's farmception.
Farmception.
Oh, that needs to be a Facebook game.
It does. You get something that farms, you farm that, and then it farms this other thing, and how well you farm them affects how well they farm that other thing.
Exactly. Dude, $1 million idea. Audience, if any of you know how to develop Facebook games, you email us for realsies.
I do like money.
I also like money.
Dude, I can't believe this. You and I both like money. We should totally hang out.
I'm for it. Okay.
Okay,
Enough of my shenanigans.
yeah, enough of your crap. Okay, so,
Time for your crack.
yeah. Like, apparently, this is an article about the grieving, the methods of expressing grief and grieving loved ones that have passed in the 21st century that are
Sorry,
developing.
just to confirm, is this in either insects or amoeba, or is this human grieving? Because we gotta check now.
Human.
Okay, because amoebas are up to some shit.
Yeah, we need to keep an eye on that.
Okay, go there.
Okay. So, like, there's, like, this growing trend of getting, like, the name or even the face of somebody, a loved one who has passed, tattooed on you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, But there's an extra detail to that I did not know. Apparently, sometimes they will mix some of like the most microscopic, the most finely burned and ground down like cremation ashes, and put that in with the ink.
That's a little weird.
Yeah, like a lot of places refuse to do it because they don't want like any sort of legal repercussions just in case that turns out to be dangerous because no one really knows if it's safe or not.
Well, I mean, if it's like really burnt, it's probably just carbon.
Yeah, that's what I think. That is what I think.
I mean, it's not gonna be like contaminated with anything. It's fucking ash.
Yeah, seriously. So I think it's probably okay.
But I don't really see a point in doing it either.
Well, the idea is trying to carry a piece of the person
I
with
know,
you.
I know, I get the point. I have no empathy, you see, so.
Well, you bullshit. You do too.
But I'm weird. Really, I'm weird for not wanting fucking ash injected into my skin. But anyways,
Well, I can kind of dig it. I can understand it. But yeah, like there's all kinds of new things that there's all kinds of trends happening with crematory ash. I mean, people are just doing crazy shit with it, like sticking the ash into some fireworks and doing a big fireworks display, or dumping it over the coral reef. Yeah, that's actually useful, and probably makes them feel good. And then having the ash crunch down into a diamond.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
That's kind of awesome.
But on the flip side of that, on the cheaper side of that, the less waspy side of that, you have the tattoo, you have the commemoration tattoos, and you've got car decals or doing liquid chalk on the cars to say in loving memory, T-shirts with their pictures on it, with the pictures of loved ones on them, as just kind of as a way to erase the image of the corpse, of the person's corpse, and then hold them closer as a memory.
Uh-huh.
That's what the article seems to. That's the conclusion the article. That's the possibility the article actually says.
I see.
But yeah, it used to be just death, dying, disposal. It actually kind of reminds me of like the ancestor worship and ancestor shrines. I almost wonder if maybe that was kind of the same point, putting up a shrine to have them with you.
Well, yeah, probably.
Yeah, and also I know that after my grandma died, we got a commemoration plaque and put it in the family garden saying, this garden is a memorial to then my grandma's name. And we also had like this little arbor thing reaching up, and I sat down in a so we had this little arbor thing, right? And there was a bench under it so you could go sit in the bench, and it was almost like a shrine. Like it was definitely headed in that direction. Yeah, it looked totally normal to me, of course, but some of this stuff seems to be coming from the same place that came from.
Yeah.
And it kind of made me a little emotional trying to get through the article, but
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I really understand it. I actually kind of like this new form of commemoration because it's not like the standard, funeral procession where people say stuff but it's all the same. It's being more creative with the commemoration.
Right.
And really respecting the dead friend's wishes. Like my sister knows a guy who died, and when she went to the funeral, like the parents decorated with stuff that she knew for a fact he would hate. Yeah. It always sucks when that happens. It really does. Because it's like, did you know this guy? Or are you just setting it up for what you think the people coming will expect? Who's it for? Commemorating him? Or, commemorating the grievers.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of, it's kind of like, what's the middle of that? Which side is better? Well, the dead are dead, so maybe kind of putting it also to the tastes of the grievers, yeah, but the grievers want to feel the dead person's presence in the room one last time so that they can properly say goodbye. So have it actually reflect the person. Fuck.
Yeah.
And tattoos, car decals, and like T-shirts and everything. Oddly enough, do a better job of it than a lot of just totally sterilized funeral processions.
Probably.
So yeah, I approve.
I'm donating my body to science.
Me
as
too.
As the first person who has a brain transferred to a computer. I'm like, I'm not using it anymore. Have at it.
I'm going to have them take out my usable organs and then sending the rest to science.
Oh, my body's just fucked, so, it's pretty much all useless. And then I'm gonna get my brain out of there into some sort of robot, and then I'm good.
Well, it's good to have a plan beforehand.
I mean, really, it is.
Because otherwise you'll end up with a funeral that you would fucking hate.
So if that worked, if I got my mind transferred to a computer or a robot, would I still have a funeral?
Presumably yes, but it'd be one that you yourself could attend.
Oh, but also, would that still be me legally?
That's true. You might lose rights.
Would I have to leave a will to my robot self?
Huh. That is a really damn good question. There's also the fact of when you die and become the robot, I mean, do you demote yourself from being a person to being an object? I mean, do you totally obliterate all of your rights?
Well, obviously, I would probably have a friend like you, and then, transfer all of my shit to you, and then you're sort of like my power of attorney.
That sounds a lot like the underhanded practice of slave kings in the fan fiction I'm writing.
Well, I'm not human. I need a human to do human shit for me.
Or it could be a long-deceased vampire who needs a ghoul to do human shit for them. I'm just pulling any literary parallel that I can find, and I'm really reaching, man.
Well, we were talking about me in a robot body, so
yeah,
we're already there. It's a short reach.
Yeah, true. I guess anything goes. Why not? Why not? I'll be your power of attorney.
Well, I mean, I don't know what the situation's gonna be like whenever I get transferred to a robot body, but we'll see.
Say go into some kind
of.
We'll
cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah, seriously. I just imagine us going into some kind of really important meeting, and I'm all like, I will not have this meeting unless I can take the robot with me. This meeting doesn't happen unless I can bring the robot in. And they sit down and it's just like, yes, and I'm Q-Drek, and
I obviously think I would fight for robot rights because I'm a robot, and I want to vote and shit.
Yeah, one machine protest.
That'd be weird. I'm the only humanoid robot with a human brain. It's I need rights.
Dude, this sounds like this sounds like it came straight off the front page of the World Weekly News.
Or the Onion or something.
It's like the Onion, but for tabloids. Basically, they call themselves the best and most accurate newspaper in the world. Because they plan their stories for weeks in advance instead of just throwing them together at the last minute like the rest of the media.
Uh,
They're the ones who brought us Bat Boy.
who?
Bat Boy.
Okay.
Say who again? I goddamn dare you.
What's the next story, Jack?
Okay. No, but for real, I'm gonna have to like find something on YouTube to let you know what the fuck Bat Boy is.
We're approaching 30 minutes, Jack.
Say what?
We're approaching 30 minutes.
Yeah. Damn it. God damn us being such overachievers. Okay, so apparently anxiety makes things stinky.
Or just stinky things that make people anxious.
No, it's definitely the way I said it, not the other way around.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, because I kind of thought that too. But no, actually, at the bottom of the story, it actually says, it actually says that if you encounter anxiety from anxiety or like a bad situation or something, the everything will, like, neutral smells will smell bad to you.
Mm-hmm.
And it becomes a cycle, and basically the effects accumulate, so that it'll make it it'll accumulate to the point where if you are smelling too much stuff, or if you end up smelling a neutral smell that you associate with anxiety, it's like Pavlov's dog, and it will be a self-feeding cycle like that.
So basically, you're anxious, and then you smell bad things, and like, oh, I don't like smelling bad things, I'm more anxious now. And then it just sort of like snowballs.
Kinda. But it's more like you get anxious, everything smells bad, like neutral smells, like you just can't stand right then. Like maybe the smell of gasoline or the smell of alcohol, or anything fumey that you're just like, eh. Gasoline I hate
Yeah.
it. But over time, it'll start to smell. You'll be conditioned to always to interpret that smell, to associate that smell with anxiety, and the presence of that smell can actually make potential anxiety triggers more likely to actually make anxiety happen. And then everything also smells bad, and more smells accumulate with that association. It's fucked.
That is kind of fucked.
This is actually some scary shit.
And now you're anxious about having your smell change, right?
Yeah, well, you'll be a robot, so you won't even have to deal with this bullshit.
Oh, I'm gonna have a pretty sweet robot.
Ah.
I'll probably have smell and taste if I have my way.
We're gonna have some splaining to do when we get you a therapist.
My mom was a counselor. It's all good.
Yeah, sweet. You got your bases covered.
Well, she doesn't listen to the podcast, so that's probably a good thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, good times.
But yeah, anyway, how this actually happens is when, like, anxiety affects the brain in such a way that the area of your brain where you process smell will actually end up becoming a part of the parts of your brain where you process emotion.
Oh, that's weird.
Even though those two things are totally separate under ordinary circumstances, once the anxiety comes, it's just like click. It's like a Megazord. Click.
It's the Voltron of anxiety in the brain.
Yeah, and I always wonder if more things do that. What if the brain really is like a Voltron?
I think that needs to be a t-shirt somehow, with like the different sections of the brain being like color coded,
Mm-hmm.
like coming together to form a Voltron.
Yes. Voltron brain. The brain is Voltron.
I guess the episode title. The brain is like Ultra.
The brain is like Voltron. Yes. Yes, it is.
Good times.
Good times. Well, this has been an awesome episode. It's been weird and reactionary, and I got a little emotional
Weird.
there.
Yeah, weird again.
Yeah.
Mostly weird, to be honest.
Yeah. I we promise you're not on acid right now. You really did hear all that.
Yeah.
Unless you are.
No guarantees about what we're on.
Yeah. He's on some kind of weird antibiotic, and I'm on exhaustion and stomach ache.
Oh no, I got stomach. The antibiotic just destroys my gut microbiome. It's mayhem in there.
Oh damn. Shit. That sucks.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Okay, so how did that go?
Well, not great, but our fans will probably like it.